Alright guys, how's it going? Have you missed me? Yeah? Well, it's your own fault. That's right, just because international football's on don't mean you can abandon me and just drop in and out when you want, do you know what I mean? So if you're not meeting me halfway, I'm not sitting here all day reviewing these shitty exclusives and all that, you know what I'm saying? How are you doing? You alright? Live stream tonight at 6 o'clock UK time on here for an hour. Do you fancy it? I'll be here tonight, alright? I have been putting some videos on my Duncan Oldham channel. The link to that channel is in the video description. I've been using them Meta glasses. Fantastic, as Brendan Rodgers would say. Anyway, let's get on with it. It is time for another exclusive. All right. Now, this is actually about a week old, actually. It's shite, to be honest with you. This is going to be a very long video. But I've been getting a lot of questions and I've seen a lot of chatter about this player here. All right, we're going to talk about him in a minute, and we're going to address it to explain, where all this chat is coming from. Is it credible? Is it believable? I've got Dave, and I forgot his name. It's been that long. Dave, my AI assistant, who has been trained for more than a year now, I think, to analyze football news articles, the so-called journalists that publish them, and the platforms and newspapers, the websites, etc. Basically he analyzes all those things and he gives his verdict as well. So we're going to do that. All right, we're going to do that together. Now, where should we start? This is going to be a very long video because there's a lot of stuff that I want to go over with this particular claim. What I can tell you in a nutshell, if you can't be arsed, is I think this is a load of shite, to be honest with you. It's about Nico Schlotterbeck, and I don't believe any of the rumours or speculation that we're seeing at the moment, which was all started by this exclusive. So there you go. You can log off now if you want. But we're going to go a bit deeper into it. He's a very good player. Would Liverpool be interested in him? Absolutely. I'm not saying Liverpool got no interest in him. I'm just saying that the reports were a load of shite. So we'll go over all of that, right? Shall we have a look at the original article behind me first? Now, I can't read it all out to you, but I can. Let me just find the link to it, but I can just give you a quick summary of it. Okay, so exclusive. All right, fucking adverts everywhere. Oh, that's something that I should tell you. I usually judge a website's credibility, especially with exclusives, with the amount of advertising, because that's how they generate the revenue. If there's not a lot of advertising, what's in it for them? So always be suspicious of websites that have a ton of advertising on them, all right? Especially if you don't know the outlet. Now, this is published on Dave OC Cop, all right? Honestly, the amount of adverts on this website is incredible. So, not interested in your experience of viewing that website, what it's like for the user, trying to navigate around the website. No, it's just like, as long as the revenue's coming in, then everything's, hunky-dory. And how does revenue come in? By publish exclusives. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's take a look at it. Exclusive. Liverpool hold talks for Bundesliga defensive signing. All right. So a big bold claim there. Liverpool have held talks for a Bundesliga defender, basically. Dave Seacock can exclusively reveal that Liverpool have held talks over the signing the. There's your English straight away. I'm gonna do that again. Dave Seacock can exclusively fuck me, I can't even read it. Dave Seacock can exclusively reveal that Liverpool have held talks over the signing the Borussia Dortmund defender. You gonna believe that, are you? And let's not forget that when the initial tweet was put out about this a week ago, that the player's name was spelt wrong. Now, listen, you can make a typo, you can spell a name wrong occasionally from time to time, but some people might think that you've heard a name or it's the first time you're really reading about a player or something, and if you're not familiar with that player, maybe you don't know how to spell that player's name. It was corrected. It was published on the 11th of October. And it goes on to start by saying the upcoming January transfer window could prove fascinating for Liverpool as debate continues to swirl around the need for defensive reinforcements following Giovanni Leone's devastating ACL injury. Look at these ads, look, everywhere. Look, there's one down here, bottom corner. You get rid of them, they'll come back again. All right, look, everywhere. Talks about the young centre-back now being sidelined for the season. Speculation is mounting over whether the club, but it's not mounting at all. Just a few fans saying, what do you reckon we'll do? That's it. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Mountain. Of course, the failure to land Mark Gay on deadline day in the summer becomes even more regrettable for Arne Slot's team. Furthermore, the Crystal Palace defender is now being seriously tracked by both Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Not true, in my opinion. I don't believe Real Madrid are seriously tracking him at all. In fact, Real Madrid have mentioned, let's rephrase that. The Madrid-based media have mentioned him once, and I believe that was an article by Jose Felix Diaz, and we went over that on here, and it was very much he weren't a priority, just a player that looked at, and I think that was more about, Real Madrid trying to flex a bit, do you know what I mean, towards Liverpool, like, well, if we want that player, we can have him. Do you know what I mean? We went over it on here a couple of weeks ago. Meaning the Anfield club now won't have a free run at him, as seemed the case in the summer. I bet we sign him. I don't know what you think. That's why the Liverpool recruitment staff are continuing to do their due diligence on potential alternatives. And one of them is Borussia Dortmund's Nico Schlotterbeck. Dave Seacock can exclusively reveal that Liverpool has a serious interest in Nico Schlotterbeck. Why not just say in him? Why repeat his name again? We can confirm that the club have been in dialogue with representatives who are working on bringing the German defender, and dialogue has been positive. But I can't read it a minute because I've just got another advert pop. Look at that. Look at that shite. Couldn't give a fuck about you, could they? Goes on about his statistics. The 25-year-old is impressed since his €30 million move from Freiburg in 2023, emerging as one of Europe's most complete centre-backs. Sorry, just scrolling past an advert. More stats. According to Sport Bild, Dortmund are looking to extend the contract of Schlotterbeck with improved wages, reportedly willing to offer at least €8 million, with performance bonuses potentially pushing it past €9 million. His current deal expires in June 2027. Now, the article now ends on this sentence. And I spotted it straight away, and I can tell you right now, Dave picked up on it too, and I was very proud of him. So you'll see what he says in a minute. Talks are at an early stage, and Liverpool are weighing up numerous players who could fit as a new centre-back at Anfield. Now, you might be thinking, well, what's so important about that, Doug? Well, it's the get-out. The entire article is an exclusive, right? You know what I'm saying, right? But the last thing that's said in the article is, talks are at an early stage, which basically means, because if I wrote that article and put that in, that's a disclaimer, that's my get-out. So when you pull me up later and say, we never went anywhere fucking near him, well, he was at an early stage, mate. I did say that. I made it quite clear at the end of the article after you've browsed past 1,000 fucking adverts, right? So talks are at an early stage. There's the get out. I want you guys to look for things like this. When you see exclusives or any articles, always look for the holes, always look for the get outs. It's the first thing I do, right? And Liverpool are weighing up numerous players. Another get out. There's two get outs in that one sentence. Talks are at an early stage, so it might not happen. And, they're looking at numerous players, so it might not happen. Do you even need to continue watching the rest of this video? Seriously. So in my opinion, it's a lot of wank. All right, there you go. So what we're going to do, numpty here, I bought a tablet a few weeks ago to read from to make it easier. I fucking forgot it. I've left it upstairs. I'm not going for it. Right. This is going to be a long video, okay? The real origins of the Nico Schlotterbeck rumour. Now, this is some stuff I've worked with Dave. So the claim, Dave Seacock published an article on the 11th of October 2025 claiming Liverpool were in talks for Borussia Dortmund's Nico Schlotterbeck. They positioned it as an exclusive. The reality, Dave Seacock's article didn't emerge from nowhere. It landed right after a burst of genuine transfer noise in Germany and Spain, but none of that involved Liverpool, right? So what I did was I looked to see like this exclusive appears, right? So what I want to do is say, was there any chatter around the time of the exclusive about the player's future? Maybe contract negotiations, Therefore, he would be in the media, on websites, in newspapers, that a very, very good player, his future's up in the air. Do you get me drift? So I look for that. That's the first thing I do. Is this really exclusive? Has this come from thin air? Or did there just happen to be a lot of chatter around the time? You know where we're going with this, right? So here's the timeline of actual events before the exclusive, all right? Bearing in mind this was published on the 11th of October. 7th of October, 4 days previously, Sport Bild. Schlotterbeck demanding 10 million plus gross euros to extend beyond 2027. Dortmund reluctant to meet his terms, could become available then. Contract situation officially becomes a talking point in Germany, right? Same day, 7th of October, now Sky Germany. Bayern Munich listed as having genuine interest in Schlotterbeck, viewed as a backup plan amid their own centre-back search. So on the 7th of October, we've got speculation about the player's future. 8th of October, follow-up reports. Real Madrid thrown into the mix as a speculative suitor. Dortmund ready to offer 8 to 9 million salary to fend off Madrid and Bayern. 8th to the 10th of October, the 10th being the day before the exclusive. X, where this outlet is, Dave O'Seacop is very active on X, selling Y-fronts, Liverpool socks, Liverpool tampons and things like that, all right? X activity spikes. Fan debates around Barca, Bayern, Madrid interest. Rumour aggregator activity. Transfer market updates. 3 out of a 5, score it a 3 out of a 5 rating for a possible Bayern move. Mentions of Barcelona monitoring the player surfaced for the first time, all on social media. So the player is now it's coming out of Germany. It's now going, being amplified, if you like, on social media. Nowhere in that entire period, so we're only looking at the 7th to the 10th or 7th to the 11th, if you like, was Liverpool mentioned by any outlet. Nowhere, all right? No mention of Liverpool on Transfer Market, X, or any credible outlet. So this is the first link with Liverpool. So what happened? By October the 10th, Schlotterbeck's name was hot property in the transfer world. Then on the 11th of October, Dave O'Seacop swoops in with Liverpool are in talks to sign Schlotterbeck. Without naming sources, without publishing quotes, without even referencing the obvious Bayern Madrid Barca buzz already swirling. It looks like, this is Dave's opinion, it looks like they spotted the German-Spanish speculation. Notice that Liverpool hadn't been linked yet, inserted Liverpool as a Van Dijk successor narrative, framed it as an exclusive. Dave's take at this part so far. This one's a textbook case of piggybacking on existing foreign speculation. Schlotterbeck's contract was big news in Germany between October 7th and 10th, and Dave O'Seacop clearly saw an opportunity to invent a Liverpool link out of thin air, ride the SEO wave, search engine optimization. So, the more you publish a name, for example, the more people are going to find your website and stuff like that, right? And get ahead of UK aggregators, which this did. There's zero evidence for the Liverpool claim. No German journal has mentioned it, and Sky Germany have even downplayed it. Meanwhile, respected voices like Plettenberg have also poured cold water on it. So, in this video, we're going to continue breaking down how Dave O'Seacop's supposed exclusive about Liverpool holding talks for Schlotterbeck fits into a much bigger picture, one that started in Germany with legitimate contract news. I'll show you how no one credible had linked Liverpool with him, why this rumour likely appeared when it did, and why these exclusives often follow a predictable pattern when big European names are in the news. So let's separate the fact from the fiction. Now, to help me with this, I used Grok. Now, Grok is, don't tell Dave because he'll think I'm cheating on him. Grok is AI, which is part of the X Twitter platform, if you like, right? Now, the reason I used X is because X is you can use it like a real-time search engine, right? So if anybody says anything in the world about this player, for example, on that platform, on X, Grok is going to be able to access that information. And of course, all the credible outlets and not so credible outlets are on that platform. So a good way of obtaining and analyzing information, if you like, is by using Grok, if you want really current information, right? So I asked Grok if there had been speculation about the player's future that could be the reason why Dave O'Seacop suddenly linked him with us. And Grok replied as follows, and it's very detailed. Yes, there was notable speculation about Nico Schlotterbeck's future in the days immediately preceding Dave O'Seacop's October 11th report on Liverpool's interest, largely driven by ongoing contract negotiations with Borussia Dortmund and reported suitors in Germany and Spain. This buzz appears to have created fertile ground for transfer exclusives, as you suggested, with his name circulating in media and on X due to stalled extension talks and perceived vulnerabilities at Dortmund. The earliest recent sparks came on October the 7th when Sport Bild reported that Schlotterbeck could envision extending his contract beyond its 2027 expiry, but was demanding over 10 million gross annually, a figure that Dortmund has so far been unwilling to match fully. That same day, Sky Germany's coverage highlighted Bayern Munich's strong and genuine interest in the defender as a potential reinforcement, keeping him on their wish list amid their own defensive uncertainties. This escalated on October the 8th, with multiple outlets amplifying the narrative. Bayern were positioned as a prime destination, with Real Madrid also emerging as a possible suitor, should Schlotterbeck push for a move. Dortmund responded by preparing a significant new deal that could triple his current €3 million net salary to around 8 and 9 million annually, explicitly aimed at warding off advances from Bayern and Madrid. On X, the chatter mirrored this, with users and accounts like I Mia San Mia debating Schlotterbeck's fit at Bayern versus Mark Gay on October the 8th, while Dortmund focus posters expressed frustration over the delay in his extension. By October 9-10, the speculation broadened slightly to include Barcelona, with reports from sources like Krish claiming the club had been monitoring closely for weeks, viewing him as a Hansi Flick favourite and a left-footed option if no renewal materialised. Fan threads on X piled on, suggesting Schlotterbeck as a target for Barcelona alongside other centre-backs like Gay or Upamecano. Older speculation exists too. Newcastle's interest in April 2025 and Dortmund's internal push to make him a face of the future in March 2025. But the October 7 to 10 window marked a fresh surge tied to his contract limbo, which likely inspired outlets like Dave O'Seacop to link him to Liverpool as a Van Dijk successor. So that's Dave and Grok agreeing with each other. No pre-October the 7 mentions of English club interest surfaced in these searches, suggesting the Liverpool angle was indeed novel amid the German-Spanish focus. So we now go back to Dave, and Dave says, right then, Dunk, let's put this one, the article, under the microscope. We're now deep into Dave O'Seacop's exclusive industrial complex, and this latest scoop about Nico Schlotterbeck follows the same familiar pattern. Let's break it down step by step for Cop Talk TV and Joe Forens. Full breakdown, Dave O'Seacop exclusive, Liverpool Hull talks for Bundesliga defensive signing, published 11th of October. The headline, classic Dave O'Seacop framing, Liverpool Hull talks for Bundesliga defensive signing. This is structured to imply urgency and insider knowledge, but let's look at what's actually being claimed. The so-called exclusive boils down to Liverpool have a serious interest in Nico Schlotterbeck. There has been dialogue with representatives working on bringing him in. Talks are positive. No quotes, no confirmation, and no known journalists backing it up. No mention of who these representatives are. Agents, intermediaries, club officials. Basically, this is another unsourced generic claim, dressed up with emotionally charged phrases and buzzwords to make it feel like a done deal is on the horizon when clearly it isn't. source quality and timing. The only concrete source mentioned is according to Sport Bild. That part is not about Liverpool. It's about Dortmund wanting to renew the player's contract and improve his wages. So we've got a vague Dave Seacott claim about Liverpool being in dialogue, and a real report from Bild that says Dortmund want to extend Schlotterbeck's deal. These are two conflicting narratives. If anything, Bild's report undermines Dave Seacott's exclusive. The structure of the article, classic padding. Let's break down the actual article structure of this piece. Word count, around 570 words in this dribble behind us. Exclusive, new information, 60 to 70 words. Background, fluff and filler, 500 words. So 150 words on Leone's injury and Gay speculation. 150 plus words on Schlotterbeck's style, caps, stats, etc. Basically a Wikipedia profile. 100 plus words paraphrasing Sport Bild's unrelated reporting. And 60 or so words on the only actual scoop that unnamed reps have spoken positively with Liverpool. Again, like with Dave Seacott's Canate story, it's 90% filler and 10% vague, unsourced suggestion. The big problem, it says nothing concrete. Phrases like Liverpool has a serious interest, dialogue has been positive, representatives working on bringing the German defender, talks are at an early stage, Liverpool are weighing up numerous players. These are all meaningless unless backed up with sourcing. There's no who, no when, no how far, just a fog of vague information. And they give themselves a parachute at the end. And this is the bit that I said. Talks are at an early stage and Liverpool are weighing up numerous players. That line lets them walk it all back if it doesn't happen. So is Schlotterbeck even available? His contract runs until June 2027. Bild reports Dortmund want to extend him, not sell him. No German outlet is reporting Liverpool interest. The only things that we've seen mentioned is other countries like Germany, Spain, UK now, after this article was published, mentioning in Dave Seacott's claims, if that makes sense, right? I don't know if I've explained that very well. But basically prior to the 11th, Liverpool were not in the equation, right? There's no transfer urgency or exit noise from the Dortmund side. If Liverpool were seriously moving for him, at the very least, Sky Germany or Christian Falk would have echoed it, and they haven't. So Dave's final verdict is, this story fits the exact Dave Seacott formula. Grab a foreign name, add vague dialogue claims, throw in an injury excuse, Leone. Mention a real outlet like Bild for legitimacy, even if their report contradicts the story. Pad it with fluff, close with a fallback line. Liverpool are weighing up options. There's no evidence of serious pursuit, no concrete movement, and no legitimate reporting outside of this one article. It's a clickbait placeholder designed to ride the Leone injury news and keep transfer speculation ticking over. Another exclusive, apparently. This time Liverpool have spoken to representatives about Nico Schlotterbeck. No quotes, no names, no timeline, and the only real source in the article is Bild, who say Dortmund are trying to extend him. Sounds more like filling column inches than any serious move. Same template as always. Big name, big chat, plenty of filler, and nothing verifiable. And the thing is, guys, that one article there set it all off, amplified it all. And then you've got people coming and, onto my channel, even though I've not been making videos, leaving comments saying, what about this link? Bild saying this, or it's in Germany now. Stuff coming out of Germany about our interest. But what they're doing is citing this. Do you get me drift? So before that was published, nothing to do with Liverpool. But now people think we're going to sign him in January. But he's a good player. If he becomes available and Liverpool want a centre-back, then why wouldn't they look at him? And that's what makes it easy to publish so-called exclusives. So the reason I'm making this video is to show you where this originates from, all right? Because I know you will have seen this player linked with us all over the place in the last week. But you've got to follow it back. You've got to follow it back to where it starts from. And then when you look at the exclusive, okay, so this is the first claim, and it could be true. So the first thing I want to do to give them some strength and think, oh, maybe there's something in it, is say, was this player's name, in the media in the run-up to this exclusive? And as you've seen, it was. In the days running up to this being published, there was uncertainty over the future of his contract. Maybe he'll be on the move, and all of a sudden, Liverpool are interested in him because they've got an injured centre-back and might be in the market for a central defender. All right, I'll leave it with you. You let me know what you think about this. Do you like the player? Do you believe this? What do you think? Tell me. Have you missed me? Good. Okay, if you want me to continue making videos, I suggest you thumbs up my video. And I suggest you drop me a comment as well. All right? Because if I ain't got comments, you don't inspire me. And I just think, what's the fucking point? Right? So, you know what to do. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative in any way, and I'm just trying to help you, please thumbs up the video. I would appreciate a comment. I love hearing from you guys. I really do. There's a love heart under the video. It's called a super thanks. If people didn't use the love heart under the videos, I wouldn't be able to do any of this for you. I just wouldn't, because I don't clickbait. I don't churn out content for the sake of doing so for revenue. I don't make funny thumbnails and be like, oh my God, you won't believe this, right? I'm old school, right? I won't bullshit you. But if it wasn't for people using the super thanks, the love art under the video, and my channel members, I couldn't be here. It's true. Now, it's Saturday tomorrow. I like to go for a beer on a Saturday. In the video description, there's also some additional links. One being Revolut, for example, which is my favourite. Yeah, that's instant, and it's 100% YouTube don't get a cut. When I can get cut, literally, like, how you doing, mate? So if you want to buy me a beer, there's a love out of the video. It's the same thing, but there's also some links in the video description. Revolut being my preferred one. Because I've got a little kitty. That's what I do. I do my vids during the week usually. And my peoples will go, get yourself a beer, dunk, to top up my Revolut. And on a Saturday, I can go and have a beer. You know what I mean? It's nice, that, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. So, I've enjoyed making this video. I really do miss making videos for you guys. I do, sincerely. But it's been a difficult month. My revenue for this month is down about 80%. 2 months of that, you'll never see me again. It's true. So that's why I like to thank people. That's why I do my acknowledgements and things like that. So I don't know if it's the international break or what. We'll see. We've got maybe, I don't know, 13 days left or something in the month. I don't know. So we'll see. All right. So if you appreciate my channel, if you want this channel to continue, if you're in a position to support it, please do. But it doesn't cost you a penny to thumbs up a video, to interact with the video. The more you interact, the more YouTube go, oh, people are enjoying this video, and they'll push it to new people. And I don't want to grow a YouTube channel, guys. Too old for that shit. But I do want to continue doing this. I do, honestly, but it's just been a very difficult month. I'm very, very honest about that. I wear me out on my sleeve, So I do have a lot of things to catch up with you. I've got some mail stand videos I think I could be doing. There's some more exclusives that I can review. Probably about a week old. But yeah, I've got some stuff, and yeah, that's it. I've enjoyed making this video. I've missed it, actually. I've really missed it. So don't forget, I'm live on here tonight at 6 UK time for an hour. I'm going to go over to my other YouTube channel now, Duncan Oldham. It's in the video description, and it'll pop up on the screen, because I'm about to pop down to see my friends, and I've got these glasses now that I bought for the channel. And when I'm on my scooter and that bombing around, I film what I'm up to. And if you go over to my other channel, you'll see yesterday's. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, guys. I hope you're all right. Please do check in with me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you've got any plans for the weekend. And yeah, like I say, a massive shout out to those of you that do support me, especially my channel members. They've got a football name, not a football name, a football next to their name in their comment section, and yeah, they're the people that walk with me all year round. All right, guys, cheers.